Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? It's your boy Marcus Levy, the Angry Ranter, here for vlog 58, Minimalism Day 8 in the Angry Ranter Vlogs series. And so I've got more of the same as sort of yesterday, and then I've got one more day's worth of stuff that was already prepped before you start seeing definitely new sets of items coming through. But without too much of an intro, I do have actually one thing that I want to talk about just very briefly before I get to this, because I've been forgetting to talk about it for the last, 5 vlogs. We now have a Facebook page over at facebook.com/theangryranter2019. You can find the Angry Ranter Facebook page, which I will now be linking into the comments of every one of these vlogs, and of course every Tuesday episode of the Angry Ranter Show. That can be your little hub on Facebook to get posts about updates from me, posts of every video, every vlog, every episode of the Angry Ranter Show. It'll all be linked in there, and sometimes even the Instagram posts, I will link them in there. So I hope that you guys head on over and smash that like button on Facebook. Thank you. And now, without further ado, let's get to today's content. More textbooks, but I've got some stories about some of these. First one is the Algonquin College Special Edition of Cultural Anthropology. We were told, go out and buy this book. Never opened it. Are you kidding me? Never opened it. Making the most of your field placement. This was the very first class I think I sat in the SSW program, and was very helpful, but we almost never used this book. Gone. Social research methods, which arguably was a course that we should have had in my first year general arts and science instead of in second year, because second year is very optional. This could have been helpful in the first year of the course, but I didn't really learn anything. It was like how to read a research paper, and it's like, but we've already been doing research papers for a year. Now you're going to teach us how to read them? Also, this second year was optional. I could not have done it, but I did it. But we did get to do one interesting assignment in this course, I remember, which was where we got to go and do human observation. So the prof sent us around the entire college to sit down and watch people for 15 minutes and make notes of each of the things they're doing and create a system. And I jokingly said, imagine I pick somebody who does the same thing for 15 minutes straight, and I fucking did. The guy sat there on his computer for 15 minutes, and you're supposed to mark something down every 15 seconds, and I was like, still on his computer. Still on his computer. Oh, took a sip of his drink. Still on his computer. Still on his computer. I was like, oh my god. But this, I don't need. Social work in Canada. I believe, again, this book was the outdated version from the one that I was supposed to have in the class, but the number of times we actually opened and used this book, less times than I can count on one hand. So, gone. Ethics in Action. Making ethical decisions in your everyday life. This book, we also used maybe twice, and that's it. Then the rest of the class we spent on the Ontario College of Social Workers and Social Service Workers Code of Ethics. Like, why buy a book if we're never going to use it? Theories in Counseling. So, this book is also a custom edition that, unfortunately, one of the problems that I had with this particular book, because as you can see it's the custom Algonquin College edition, the one problem I had with this particular book was the prof, and she was a great prof, and she's hilarious, but the way that she trimmed this book made no sense. She picked 2 chapters that kept referencing other chapters in a book that we didn't have. So we'd go through this, and she's like, read page 185 or something like that, which I have open right now. And then maybe it'll say something like, reference back to chapter 7, but we only have chapter 4 and 6 in this book, so how the fuck am I supposed to know what the hell's in that? You know, how am I supposed to learn that when you didn't give us the whole book? You made us go buy 2 chapters of the book. Now, something that was absolutely the bane of my existence in second year, seeing through statistics. This was by far the last math class that I ever took, and we used the shit out of this textbook. I paid $250 for this on Amazon because I needed it shipped to me as soon as possible, and it was telling me the earliest they might have it to me was 4 months into the course that's only 4 months long. And I was like, nah, that ain't gonna cut it. I need it this week. So I ended up paying for the extra shipping, paying $250 for a book. Now, found out later they were offering an e-version at the bookstore for only $71. Yeah, I done fucked up. But the point is, for me, this was redemption. I hated math in high school. I got a 60 in grade 9 math, I got a 50 in grade 10 math, and I got a 65 in grade 11 math, and I thought that was my win. That was my drop the mic. In grade 12, I tried to take stats. I tried to take this course in grade 12, but then I moved schools, and the new school didn't have it. So then second year comes around, we have optional courses, and I was like, no, for some reason, I need my vindication. And I got an 85 in a math course, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's it, I'm done. I don't need to do this shit ever again. I'm probably going to have to in university, because they make you take stats and social work in university. But that's okay. That's honestly fine. But the last one, this big boy, Psychology, the 10th edition, which they update every other year. This book is literally so far out of date that I have, like, this is your intro to psych textbook, in essence. And it's got multiple publication dates on it. And I remember not doing so well in Psych 1 for some weird reason. I don't remember why, but I remember getting a C. It was my first C. I got very few C's in college, but one of my first C's that I got was in Psych 1, and then I aced Psych 2. Don't know why. Material wasn't any different. Same prof, you know, so I guess I just found a formula that worked for me in the second half. So, those are the books that I'll be ridding myself of today. I've got more stuff, a different variety of stuff that I'll be getting tossed tomorrow. So, guys, thank you for tuning in here today to this episode of the Angry Ranter Vlogs. Again, more exciting stuff coming starting on Monday. Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Check me out on the Angry Ranter 2019 on Instagram, Twitter, Levy_Marcus, and of course on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify for the Angry Ranter Show. And now check us out on Facebook at the Angry Ranter Show on Facebook. All right, guys. Till tomorrow.